But I think that it's really important as women to always just to mention the allies and the men that have moved over or have invited us or have
Given
advocated
us a
in any
seat.
way. And when men do it, I make a really big deal out of it. And it's sad that it is a big deal because it shouldn't be. Like I've invited, men to be on panels, speaking panels or whatever, and they've said, listen, I have a colleague who's better at this than me, and it was a woman. And that's just really cool. I just think it's really important to always give credit where credit is due, and also just to let the men know that it matters and that it's seen, that it's not just a default, and that they're not wrong, they're not bad, right? Like, because there can be some of that, and that's not helpful in any way, shape, or form either. But
I think that's a really good point, because we need to make sure that we're not drawing more lines, that we are building more bridges than digging trenches. And sometimes some of the ways that we speak to men, address men, reference men can come across as like a down with the patriarchy, overly feminist view. And I'm not saying that there isn't a time and a place sometimes for that. But to your point, there are a lot of men there that really do want to see, it's not just about promoting women, but just allowing the best person, the best qualified to step into a role regardless of gender, regardless of their identity in that sense. And I think it is really important to acknowledge that, because sometimes for some of them, it's just second nature and they didn't even realize they did anything that incredible. And so it needs to be acknowledged so they know how important it is that they are recognized.